This week we're finishing Then Came You by Lisa Kleypas, otherwise known as Exclamation Points.
Hi readers, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Katie.
And welcome to Not Another Heroine, the book pod where we celebrate the heroines we love
and roast the ones we don't. We'll be your TBR FGMs.
Fairy godmothers.
And find you the best 5-star reads, the spiciest romance, and save you from the overhyped DNFs.
So grab your favorite drink and get cozy. Welcome to Season 3. Not a good enough reason to say vibrating, Katie.
I'm so sorry. What a way to open an episode.
Hello, readers. We're vibrating today.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Still true, though.
We are so excited. Let me rephrase. Katie is so excited to talk about the rest of this book. We're just going to charge ahead. I haven't finished it yet. I have no idea what happens.
Live reactions. I'm so fucking stoked, dude.
Here we go. I am okay. So where did we leave off, though?
Okay, so we left off that Lily has staged this whole fake relationship with Zachary so that she can sabotage Penelope's wedding, and then Penelope can get her happy ending. Her and Zachary can be together. Lily is doing this, on her behalf because she's like, Penelope is not going to stand up for herself. She's not going to tell her parents no. I have to step in and fix it, which has never gone well in the history
of any book or any character.
Nope. So Lily has been living here. She's also having this sleepwalking thing that she hasn't done in a long time. And this happens like 2 or 3 times. And Alex is like, I have had enough of this sleepwalking. You can't just come into my house and like sleep with the servants. Like, what the fuck is going on? And so one of the times she's asleep on the couch in the library, and he like walks in because he can't sleep. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, my one place of solitude. And he tries to wake her up because he thinks that she was drunk, and she freaks the fuck out. She like lashes out at him, it like hits him, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like not awake, and she keeps saying, Nicole, Nicole, Nicole. And he's like, oh, like something is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so he finally like gets her awake, and she starts sobbing uncontrollably because immediately after this you find out what is happening a little bit. And he's like, oh, geez, like, what the heck? And so they kind of have like a tete-a-tete, coming to terms. They kind of like, he like realizes that she has some like shit going on. And he's like, I have some shit going on. So they have this like begrudging respect. And then I don't think she tells him, but we get a flashback of who Nicole is. And this is kind of the traumatic backstory. While she was away with her aunt in Italy, she was kind of like entranced, targeted by the like lover boy of the town in Italy, and they had a romantic relationship. They hooked up one time. It wasn't good for her. She thought it was gross. She's like, I hate this. Except she got pregnant and then had a baby named Nicole. This guy is a huge piece of shit because when Nicole turned 2, Lily came walking into their little cottage that they were at, and the nanny is sobbing, and she's like, where the fuck is Nicole? And she rushes into the room, and Nicole has been kidnapped by the dad.
God, what an asshole.
Dude.
Well, and this is where a lot of Lily's like trauma with men comes from, is because she sees absolutely no value in any kind of physical relationship because it was so bad for her with this Italian dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then that exacerbated by...
We're hitting all of these.
Had to pause and think about it first. By her getting jilted at the altar. So.
Which, when you think about both of those events, like in tandem, it's like, oh, like that's why she's acting.
Yeah, because romantic love sucks and physical love sucks. Men suck.
Yep.
It's the her math that she did there.
I feel that. And so, what we kind of get hinted throughout this is that I think his name is Giuseppe. He's like keeping Nicole hostage, basically. And Lily is not really sure if Nicole's even alive still, but she keeps having to pay money for Giuseppe to like hold Nicole and not sell her off to go be like a chimney sweep or some crazy shit. And so he's slowly bleeding her dry of all the money that her aunt left her. Yeah. So that's what's going on. But then Alex's younger brother, Henry, is kicked out of school. Did you get to the scene where he Tell me about fucking Alex swooping in to go fight that dude.
It was so good. So
Ugh.
Alex is like 20 years older than his younger brother, Henry. And so Henry's been at an all-boys school. He finds out that Henry got in trouble for some mischief and pranks. So he goes off to the school to be like, all right, I'll talk to the principal. We'll figure this shit out. And the principal is done. He's like, this little monster used gunpowder to blow up my door.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, was it worth it? But really, he finds out that Henry, who's a smart kid, he's like, man, I'm tired of getting flogged every week. This dude is beating the shit out of me and all the other boys too. And then Alex is like, excuse me? What? And so like Henry's like pulls down his like shorts a little bit, and like Alex sees how badly that he's been beaten. So Alex turns to the headmaster, takes him by the throat, raises up on his tiptoes, and is like, you will never touch my little brother again. We're leaving right now.
Yep.
And he scares every single bit of life out of this man.
Yep.
And you get this really kind of dark turn where Alex is trying not to be overtly asking Henry, but he's like, Henry, did this man hurt you in any other way?
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what he's hinting at because, yeah.
Yeah.
And he turns to the headmaster. He's like, if I find out that you harmed Henry or any other of these boys in any way like that, you're a dead man.
Yeah. Oh, God. It was just so hot because, sorry, that's very, like, blatant. But, like, in comparison with all these other scenes where he's kind of a dickhead.
He's very stodgy.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. We got some, like, SAT words, like, sprinkled through here. But he's just such a dick. And, like, his interactions with Penelope, he's like, she's just like a wallflower girl. Like, it kind of irritates me that she will never be the kind of woman that'll like stand up to me, that I could do anything. And I think there's even a scene where he kind of like pushes himself on her and he like kisses her and she's like, okay, this is like kind of enough. But even that wasn't enough for like to have any kind of response. And he's like, God, this is
gonna be a really boring marriage.
Yeah. And so it's this moment of like, oh, he's like the hero. Like, okay.
This is where he really starts to shine.
So he brings Henry back to his estate. And obviously, Henry is enamored with Lily immediately because he's like, girls can be like fucking cool. Like, are you kidding me?
She teaches him to cheat at cards, like in the first day that they meet.
Yeah. And there's even a scene where they're playing cards and Alex like comes in and he's like, well, I've kind of been like thinking about her after this little, sleepwalking incident. I'll like come play with you guys. And they have, their bonding moment with their quasi stand-in child brother situation or whatever.
We even get like a truth or dare section where like, okay, if I beat you at cards, will you answer a question?
I totally forgot about that. Yeah. God, dude. Lisa Kleypas.
Because Alex wins a hand and he knows that she's been cheating the whole time. So he's like letting it happen, which is kind of also hot. Like,
yeah.
But he asks her, like, why do you hate men? And she's like, how dare you ask me that? And she stomps off like this is, if anything, if I have a pet peeve with any of Lisa's writing, it's sometimes she uses exclamation points a little too much. And I'm like, there's no good reason to use an exclamation point ever.
What?
I don't.
Oh, honey, I think every text message I've ever sent to you has like 8.
But like in like actual, I feel like it's kind of too much.
It's like cringy, right?
Yeah. It's cringy.
That's fair. I didn't even notice. I was like, she's just excited, as am I. But eventually, I think Lily does something unhinged. And I don't really remember what exactly it is, but she does something that is kind of like the last straw. And Alex is like, okay, like you're fucking getting kicked out. This is crazy. You're doing too much. I'm not going to stand up with this anymore. And it's a little bit him kind of overreacting. But there was at least like one point during this that Lily took out Zachary and Penelope and she's like, oh, I'm just going to stay in the carriage. I like hurt my ankle. You guys go out and like walk in this beautiful like floral
I'll watch
meadow.
you. I'll be your chaperone.
Yeah. And they obviously have this moment of like, touching reunion. And she's like, I love him, but I am already engaged with Alex. Yada, yada. So Lily's been kicked out and she's like, hey, Henry, how about you hop into my carriage and I know Derek Craven.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You can come hang out at the gentleman's club for a day. Don't tell your brother. He'll hurt me. But like, I'll show you like the good life. And Henry's like, fuck yeah, sign me up. I'll climb in. And so she leaves to London, kidnapping Henry.
This sounds a lot like Beatrice kidnapping Albert.
It does. Lisa Kleypas.
I'm sensing a trend.
So obviously Alex immediately is like, where the fuck is my brother? And then he's like, Lily took him. So he obviously runs off to London
That's
immediately.
kidnapping, readers. Like, you cannot just take someone else's child.
11-year-old brother. This is all kind of a cover, though, because in the meantime, Zachary is skimpering off back to Alex's house to take Penelope, and they are going to
Elope to Gretna Green?
Gretna Green, yeah. Is that like a...
Yep.
What?
I think it's in Scotland, I think. And it's like the place you go to elope. I have done no research on it, but it's in every historical romance book ever.
Like everyone. Yeah. So they obviously are running off. And so it's Lily's job, though, to keep Alex and Henry there as long as it takes for them to go elope so that Alex can't like ride off to take back his betrothed, whatever. So Lily enlists the help of her very formal, very loyal butler, who is this like older man who's like, I know that Lily is psychotic, but she's my bitch. And I might be formal, but I respect her game. And so Alex busts down the door and he like walks in and he's like, where the fuck is Lily? And then all of a sudden a bottle swings out from the darkness and he is clobbered over the side of the head with a wine bottle. And she's like, oopsie.
Oh, and Lily hits him?
Oh, no. And the butler's like, I'm just going to pretend like this is normal. Like, this is a little bit unhinged even for you, Lily, but sure. And so she's like, can you drag him upstairs? And he's like,
This
guess.
is illegal. This is assault.
Yep. And so he leaves her on Lily's bed and she's like, okay, that's all. And he's like, sure.
Is Henry still at the gentleman's club?
Yep,
with
he is
Craven?
having the time of his life, talking to prostitutes, learning to cheat at cards, gambling. Derek is like, you're joking, but also, let me show you a good time, buddy. So he has having the time of his life. Alex is now passed out on Lily's bed, and so Lily is like, I have to keep him here for at least like 12 more hours. She ties him to her bed.
Oh my God.
He comes to, and Lily is like, you kind of like look nice and peaceful in your sleep. And then she sees the like shadow cross his face. And he's like, you have crossed a fucking line. You took my brother, you knocked me out, and now I am tied to your fucking bed. And she's like actually a little bit scared.
I would be too.
Yeah. Because he's like wild animal. He's like, you have, this is unfucking hinged. This is criminal activity. And so she's like, well, I have to keep you here for a little bit longer. And he's like, is it because Penelope and Zachary are running off to get married? And she's like,
you figured it out.
Surprise! And he's like, I don't care. I'm going to make it my life's mission to absolutely fuck your life up. I'm going to destroy you. And she's like, okay, but if you could do that in like 11 and a half more hours.
Henry's fine, by the way.
Yeah. So morning comes, she unties him. I think she like goes somewhere so that he can't like get her. I think she goes to Derek's club so that Derek could protect her.
I would too. Good move.
Yeah. And so Alex gets his brother back and he's like, did anything happen? And Henry is like, I had the time of my life. That was the best experience. I want to come back. That was great. Alex is like, okay, whatever. And I think him and Derek even have like one of those moments where they talk about Lily and Derek's like, she's, a lot of woman. And they have this weird, like,
bro sesh.
Yeah. And I think even like Alex knows that Derek has some kind of like feelings for Lily. And that's also like hinted underneath all of this. But in the meantime, oh my God, I'm talking with my hands. In the meantime.
That's how you know the book is good, readers.
Dude.
It's the animation level.
Yeah. I am a fucking Disney character right now. In the meantime, Lily has this one more meetup with Giuseppe. And he's like, I need 5,000.
This bitch is in London?
Yeah, he followed her so that he could like continue getting more money from her. And so Giuseppe is like, I need 5,000 pounds and then you can have Nicole. And she's like, oh my God, I don't have any more money. You have used up literally all of this fortune that I was left.
Doesn't she ask Derek for a loan? Yeah. And doesn't he say no?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude. It is the most heart-wrenching fucking thing because, like, she's like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going to get $5,000 in, like, 2 days. Like, I have to figure this shit out right now. And so, because he even shows Nicole from the shadows. Like, somebody is, like, holding her, and she's like, Mama? And she's like, oh, my God, I'm like, oh, yeah. So she goes to Derek, and she's like, I know I have never asked you for money, and I know that that's your, like, hard line. That's not the kind of relationship, friendship that we have. But, like, I need this $5,000 so that I can get Nicole. And he's like, no. And
That's the right answer.
yeah, but it's, like, devastating. And she's like, I always thought that if I was in a really tight spot and it was life or death, that I could rely on you. And now you're showing me your true colors. You don't give a fuck about me. You're just a cold-hearted businessman. And then we get this, like, scene from, I think, his, like, butler friend guy who's, like, watching the whole thing, and he's, like, remarking to, like, someone or himself, and he's like, Derek Craven is just scared to feel anything, and he knows that if he crosses that line with Lily, that there's, like, nothing he won't do, and he doesn't think he's good enough for her. Oh, God.
You almost want it to be Derek and Lily's story.
100%. That's what I was geared up for, like, the whole time. And then we got the scene, though, where he, like, wasn't, the man for her. Oh, dude. Devastating.
Derek had to say no so Alex could win.
Yeah, because that's the other thing is he was like for sure that Lily needed to end up with some kind of like a person of her own, level. And he's like, I see this brewing romance, like Alex is the one. And so she comes up with this plan. She's like, I need $5,000 really fast. I am good at playing table games. I am going to, to this party at Derek's place. I'm going to wear the most salacious, crazy outfit so that I can rack up a bunch of money from these, like, stupid, aristocratic, horny dudes. And then I'm going to get out and get my daughter back. And so she dresses up as Eve.
I remember this scene now.
And so she has
it's like sheer with like strategic vines.
Yep. Oh, I can't imagine this in Regency time, but she has a long wig on and she's playing like fast and loose. And Derek is like, she's not going to make this money. She's like on a losing streak. Like I've seen hundreds of men before do this exact same thing where they're like trying to make it all back. So she's like really fucking struggling. Alex walks in because he's like, another time to like ruin her life. And of course he's dressed up as the devil.
Of course. It would not be Regency romance about this.
And so he sees her in the distance and he's like, you're fucking joking. She's naked, basically. Are you insane? And so he walks up to the like gambling table and he's like, okay, Lawless Lily, I have a deal with you. I will bet you $5,000 because I know that that's how much you're looking for if you win this next hand. If I win, I get to take you upstairs for the night. Ooh, yeah. And everybody loses their fucking mind. All of the dudes at the table are like, oh, nobody has like been able to like bed Lawless Lily. This is crazy. What is happening? Like Derek has to call in like security. And so everybody is watching this game. Lily is freaking the fuck out. And then the cards fall down and then she loses. He wins. And she's like, there's no way he's actually going to like call it. Like he's a gentleman. I'm a lady. He's like, nope, get your ass upstairs. Everybody goes insane, ape shit. Like, oh my God. But then Derek steps in and he's like, my apartments are upstairs. You can take her up there and that's where you can spend the night. We'll send up, champagne and like feed you breakfast in the morning. And so they end up having sex in Derek's bed.
Oh my God.
Dude, crazy. Oh my God. I can't imagine Derek knowing
the trauma that's going to cause him.
Oh my God.
Because he's not in love with Lily, but he's like knows he could get there if he let himself.
Yeah. Oh God. But he doesn't think he deserves it. And then he's going to continue sleeping in the bed knowing that the woman of his dreams got like, dude. Yeah. The rest of it kind of skimpers down after that. So obviously they have this like sex scene, whatever. And Alex kind of comes to terms with the fact that he doesn't hate her. He loves her. And he's like, all right, we are going to end up married together. I'm not going to have you as a courtesan that you think, and everybody's not going to like get any money from you for like sleeping with them. You're like my lady. And she's like, I don't know how I feel about this because like I have this whole
backstory. I have a daughter who was kidnapped.
I have like a little illegitimate,
evil Italian lover.
Literally. And so she's like, I guess. And they have like a cute elopement scene in a like church somewhere, whatever. But they're out at dinner. They're a married couple now. Everything is going fine. But Alex still feels like Lily is like hiding something from him. They're out at dinner, and then Butler comes up to Lily, and he's like, "You have a guest requesting to see you right now." And she's like, "Oh, I haven't like generated the money yet. Like, I have to steal it from Alex basically and hope he doesn't notice. That's going to happen in like 12 hours or something. Who is this guest?" So she walks into the little entry room, and it's Giuseppe.
Oh, fuck
And she's
this
like,
guy.
"What the fuck are you doing? This is like a tawn party. You stick out like a sore thumb. You have that like look of like desperation." And he's dressed in these like kind of fancy clothes, like he's trying. And he's like, "I don't care about this like 5,000 anymore. You need to introduce me to your friends as like an Italian count, and I want to be a member of the Ton. You have to sponsor me." And she's like, "You have lost your fucking mind." And he's like, "Well, I guess you're not gonna get your daughter back." And so she like loses her shit. And in the meantime, Alex hears that she's off with some like guy. And he's like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." Like, we just got married. And so it's at this point that he's like, "Who the fuck was this Italian dude? What is going on?" And so she like comes clean. She's like, "You are going to hate me, but I have an illegitimate daughter and I've been being blackmailed." And he's like, "What?"
This is probably not as bad as he was expecting it to be.
He's like, "Okay, so on the scale of problems, this is still kind of high, but at least you're not like fucking some dude." And so she had also been hiring this like investigator from Scotland Yard who's like really well renowned.
Oh, he has his own book.
What? Ew, I hate this. Oh, the good guy or the bad guy?
Which guy? What's his name?
This is the bad guy. I don't remember the name.
There's a good guy who works for Scotland Yard who has
Oh.
his own book.
Okay, he comes in as the hero at the end.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, she's been working with this investigator, and he has not been able to find Nicole despite how much money she's paid him to be like a private investigator. And so it ends up that Alex is friends with the like nice investigator at Scotland Yard, and he's like, "It's kind of been a little bit suspicious. This dude has been taking a bunch of payments from the Ton for like this uptick in kidnapped children, and only he has been able to find these kids all of a sudden miraculously. We think that it's part of a smuggling network kind of thing, where he has his like goons go and kidnap the kids. He takes more money to like rescue them, and then he's getting all this."
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. So they set up this like sting operation, and Lily's like, "I'm married now. I have all this money. I want to rehire you so that you can find my daughter." And he's like, "Cha-ching, excellent." And so they set up a sting. They get kidnapped. The nice police officer guy is like, "We found everyone, but Nicole's not here." And she's like, Lily goes in there, and they're like, "There's a bunch of like dead bodies of all the bad guys that we killed. Like, you really shouldn't go in there." And she's like, "I need to find my daughter." And she's like, "Oh my God, she's not here." And Alex is like, "It's okay. We'll like still find her." And then they turn to the side, and she's like all curled up in a dark shadow because she's like so small and nobody noticed her. And they're like, "Nicole." And then that's the ending.
This book is a ride.
Yeah, dude, even talking through this, I'm like, that was crazy.
But there's so much going on, it just keeps you reading. And I think that's kind of where like Love in the Afternoon failed a little bit,
Yeah.
which is like all of the fun, exciting, dangerous, out of this world plot is like tagged in the back of the book. But in this one, it's built throughout. So you have this constant romantic tension, you have this constant like danger
Yeah.
suspense going on. Yeah.
Well fucking done, Lisa Kleypas. This, I was reading the entire time.
You just can't stop.
Nope. My partner sent me screenshots of a picture he took at me from the distance, and it's like a zoom in on my face, and it's like the criminal. And then it's another screenshot of me holding my Kindle, like zoomed in, and it's like the crime. And it was when I was reading this book.
So the cool police officer at the end of the story, his book is called Lady Sophia's Lover.
Ooh.
And so there is a lady of society who wants to work for him because she's out to like get revenge against him for something. I don't remember.
Oh.
So she gets hired on as his secretary. And then they have this cool boss-secretary relationship where she's got this like revenge plan, but he's like falling in love with her. So there you go. There's your
signed
next
up.
book.
I already just added it to my TBR.
Yeah. You can't just read one Lisa Kleypas.
They're cocaine. This is a controlled substance.
But similar books for Then Came You, if we are talking like Romanticyland, do we got anything?
I don't know.
Because Lily is such an interesting character.
Yeah.
Maybe chick from Throne of Glass.
I could see that. Because she does have, like, a complicated backstory. She has, like, a previous lover. That's a good one.
That's the only one that really comes to mind.
Yeah.
I'm
Just there was a lot going on.
There's so much. Like, I don't know if you can even get close.
Yeah, that's about as close as I could get.
And just read other historical romance.
Yeah, dude. Read the second one in this series.
So read that one. If you have already read Lisa Kleypas but have not read Sherry Thomas, read her books and then read Julianne Long.
Yeah.
Those are the holy trinity of, like, modern-ish historical romance authors.
Dude.
I cannot wait to finish this book. I'm so excited.
Because even talking about it, it makes me want to, like, read it again.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, well,
Dude.
what are we reading next?
I have no idea.
Something is coming up. I don't
Yours
know. We'll
is.
figure it out. From our shelf to yours.
We'll see you on the next page. Hi, readers. Like what you've been hearing? Check out the Spice Archive at notanotherheroine.com to see all of our reviews and ratings. And if you'd like to support our growing library, find us on Patreon and get access to exclusive bonus content.
If you'd like to just listen, we post new episodes every Monday and Wednesday on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Thanks for listening.